Yeah, you've said a whole lot of things about the unwritten rules of web design. Now, I want to ask, is there anything like a tip you can give to someone who is like, okay, you know what? I don't have the time or resources to run multiple tests with many people. Is there any shortcut version where you can be like, you know what? Don't do this. Always do this. Sometimes you can do this. Is there any tip like that?
Fortunately, there is the EX community is just incredibly incredible on
Okay.
LinkedIn. So there are plenty, like there is no shortage in
All
templates. We
right.
always need to take templates with a bit of grain of salt, because again, it needs to be kind of customized for whatever your needs are, I think. But in general, there is this almost like unwritten rule, and I think that this is something that we often forget.
Well,
Just take
that's wonderful.
5 people, 5 users, and speak with them about whatever they're going with. If they encounter any issues, is everything clear? Just try to find any problems, any issues, any pain points that they have. Just 5 people. You don't need a lot of time. I think that very often we think that this is going to take an incredible amount of time. This is going to be extremely expensive. This is going to delay the project. This is going to derail our commitments. Not necessarily. You just bring 5 people in the room, or in a Zoom room. You have a conversation and you will find incredible insights already. So just start with that. Then once you have that in mind, what you can do is just run a couple of one-on-one usability testing, where you start giving people tasks to see how they're performing those tasks. And as they do, you can bring up your questions and try to figure out what exactly was the issue. But for that, you need to, of course, understand what your environment is and what your product is, what your service is, and so on, and what things are important. You might want to break it down by different groups of people who are using the service or using the site. Usually, the good layer or good level that you want to achieve is when you have this kind of end-to-end testing. Somebody just lands on the product, they go through onboarding, eventually they have to do some tasks to get things done, and then eventually they maybe upgrade, right? This could be like end-to-end testing. But then if you have, let's say, something very specific that you've been working on last quarter, like search, well, then you go in and you start looking, okay, let me come up with 10, 12 tasks related specifically for search, different types of searches, with filters, without filters, with sorting, without sorting. And then you see if this is working. This doesn't have to take a lot of time. I know 5 people already, you will get incredible insights.